Hey, what is up, guys? It is Trainer Talk Tuesday, and we got a good one here for you. The theme is Thanksgiving, so you know we're going to be talking about some things that you can be thankful for and just the benefits of having an attitude of gratitude. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Hopefully you all are having a lovely week so far, and you are looking ready to spend some amazing time with your loved ones and just, you know, have a little bit of time down and maybe even escape some of the hardships of this 2020.
Yep, guys, as we know, Thanksgiving is typically revolved around giving thanks, right? This is an important day where people and families come together and they express their gratitude. But we want to encourage you guys not to just limit your thanks to one day, guys. This is something that you should be practicing every single day. And we all know that when you thank someone, it benefits that person, okay? If someone tells you thank you and they notice something, you know, an act of service or kindness that you did for them, it makes you feel good. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what it does for you. Giving thanks doesn't just benefit the person you give thanks to, it benefits you as well. So we are going to get into that here. Number one is it's going to reduce your depression. So guys, when you express and have an attitude of gratitude, your body and your brain are going to release certain hormones, certain chemicals. One of them is going to be dopamine. Thank you. One of them is going to be dopamine. Another one is serotonin, okay? These are pleasure hormones. These regulate your mood, and they are going to help you feel better. So there are several studies that we're going to go over today. The first one here is a study that was done that showed that if a person expressed gratitude just once, that there was a 35% reduction in depressive symptoms for several weeks after. Now, that same study also showed that people who kept a gratitude journal expressed those same symptoms, except they were prolonged for the duration of however long they wrote down what they were thankful and grateful for. So guys, that alone should show you the power behind being thankful, guys. If you write down and consistently express your gratitude, then your depression is going to greatly improve for as long as you have that attitude of gratitude.
Absolutely, guys. So words and everything, it has meaning, right? And not just what the definition would say. I mean, what the definition of that word is if you was to pull out a dictionary, but also just meaning over your life as in the energy that it brings, of how you feel. And that's where we're getting with this one, right? So we talk about having a positive mind and just an overall positive feel. That means you want to speak positivity throughout your life. You never want to talk down on any of the things that you're doing when you're striving for something, no matter how hard it can be. Those words will have meaning over your life as time goes on. So if you want to continue to keep that depression at an all-time low for the most part, and I mean that in a good way, meaning you're feeling better more so than you're feeling down, well, try to be more positive. And starting right here with this first one, reducing depression, and that's all going to come with just the energy that you're putting out is going to generate what energy you bring back in. So if you want positive energy back, you need to put positive energy out there. And so those words, those actions, all of those things, they have meaning to them, and you should always consider that when you are going through your daily tributes of life.
Yep, guys, and depending on what you believe, you may call these things different, phrases. I'm sure you guys have heard of positive affirmations. That's what Nate's talking about. Or speaking things into existence. Okay, these are common phrases that people say depending on their beliefs, but they all mean the same thing. That you are going, karma's another one, right? What you put out is what you're going to receive in return. What you reap is what you sow. This is falling in line with that. Of what you think becomes the words you say, and the words you say become the things you do, and that in return kind of dictates what kind of life you're going to have. So
absolutely. Last thing I want to add, I had a really interesting discussion with a gentleman today, and this is some of the things he spoke about. And I try to make this brief. He asked me, did I ever play Tekken or any like of those games growing up? And I remember specifically with Tekken, that was the first one he mentioned. It's like when you're playing a game and at the side on the screen of the game, I haven't played games in a long time, so I'm trying to do the best I could with this one. But when you're playing a game and you're pressing all those buttons and you're trying to put combinations together, you're trying to use up, your specialties and all those things as you build up, what happens is on the side on that screen with all those buttons you pressing, there's an accumulation of all of that put to the side to let you see what you were doing. It'll let you know, are you a master at the game or anything like that. So at the end of you playing, you can go back and look and see that all of those buttons you press, what did it add up to? Did it lead to failure? Did it lead to success? Anything like that. So when it comes to the words you're speaking and actions that you're doing, you want to make sure that those things are leading to success. They're leading to positive reinforcements and positive affirmations so that your life, your overall feel, your stress levels are low, and that you're always in a mood of positivity, and that is going to breed nothing but success. And I thought that made so much sense, and I didn't say it as great as he did. I wish I could bring him in for this video, but for the most part, I just think it all made sense that for this topic today, that was a discussion that I had with a stranger, and he said a lot of things that just rung true to me, and I wanted to try to share a little bit of that conversation with you. So guys, just be as positive as you can at all times. Even when it's hard, I always tell people there's always some positivity there. Try to focus more on that, and trust me, that will reduce your depression, and it will keep you in a better state of health and so on. So moving on to number 2 here, again, like we said, studies. So reduces your blood pressure, and that's a huge one, guys. And we know the older you get, it can be even harder for you. So trying to stay in a more of a positive mindset, doing more positive things is going to be a better return on the body. And the study showed patients with hypertension who could count their blessings 1 time a week experience significant decrease in blood pressure, right? So those patients there,
huge, guys.
Yeah, that's huge. So that all that is just patients who are just more positive, even when they are given those negative diagnoses of what they may be experiencing there while they're in the hospital. Those ones who took that information and focused on the positives in it, they had a greater return, and their body recovered faster, and they started to heal at a greater rate than those who were more so negative about that information they received.
Absolutely, guys. And number 3, 4, and 5 all kind of go together, and you're going to see why here in the next few minutes. But number 3 is it can increase your physical activity level. So studies show that people who are grateful just naturally want to be more active. And this goes along with those hormones that we talked about, those feel-good hormones. When those are being released, you want to move your body. And you want to start and continue that domino effect of feeling good, and working out makes you feel good. This is very similar to any high that you may experience, guys. This is a high off of hormones. So when you think positive things, when you list what you are grateful for, you feel good about it. And then you want to keep feeling good. So then you keep doing those things. And then you try to find other things that are going to make you feel good, like working out, because working out is going to release those same hormones. So you're going to keep riding that high that we're talking about. You're going to keep feeling good, and your health is going to improve because of it. And number 4 is it improves your sleep. So again, guys, you're starting to see a pattern here. This really all goes back to those hormones that are being released. Specifically the serotonin that increases when you are grateful. That is going to help with your sleep cycle, because again, serotonin regulates your mood. It regulates your sleep cycles. It regulates your digestion. So all these things are going to start to improve. You're going to worry less, and you're going to be able to calm down and relax. So that is going to help improve your sleep. And then number 5 is going to reduce your stress levels. Again, all because of those hormones. That calming effect is going to bring down your heart rate and relax and calm you. So this is a form of stress relief and stress management that you can practice.
And there it is again, guys, right? That domino effect that we talk so much about when we come to these trainer talk videos, and just how you can kind of jumpstart that journey and just stay positive throughout and just watch your body go through all of those different positive changes. So that physical activity that kind of knocks that first domino down, where you're exhausting the body, you're pushing out a lot of those things that is making your body so just down feeling for the most part, from all those negative hormones that's being pushed through from all those different things that you just have cycling through your mind at the moment from what you may be going through. So that physical activity helps you then exert energy, push out a lot of that, where your body is now in a state of now you can enjoy a better night of rest, which also in turn gives you a less stressful life to live. So you just start to feel better overall when you start to go ahead and follow through with these things. And then moving into number 6 here.
Now guys, number 6, having an attitude of gratitude enhances your empathy and it reduces your aggression. So
I can speak to this one.
If you're
Some
someone
days.
who is apathetic, if you are someone who is just like overly aggressive and your first and only reaction is anger, then this is probably for you. So studies have shown that if you keep a gratitude journal, that you are going to be less likely to retaliate or seek revenge, even if you were done wrong and it was clear that you were done wrong. Everybody knows that you were the right one in the scenario, but you are going to be less likely to seek revenge, and you are going to be the person who takes the higher road. And for some of you, that may not sound like super appeasing to you, but this is going to, in return, produce a healthier life, because we know that seeking revenge can cause trouble, guys. So this is really going to help you with that. It's going to help you be the bigger person and kind of go back to like that whole, idea of karma, and what you put out is what you're going to receive, guys. So this kind of all works together. It's also going to increase your sensitivity and your understanding for others. So another hormone that is that is increased while you have an attitude of gratitude is going to be your oxytocin levels. I believe that's how you say it, oxytocin.
Yeah, I was looking at that word. Oxytocin, okay.
Yep.
Oxytocin, guys. Oxytocin.
I'm not gonna lie. I always want to say oxycontin, but it's not funny. So your oxytocin levels increase, and this hormone is responsible for bonding and building relationships. So this is why you have that sensitivity and understanding towards other people. You're able to be more empathetic towards them, and your aggression is going to decrease.
Absolutely, guys. And as you see, I pointed to myself when this one started, number 6, is because that was something that I struggled with. And some days I still do, but after a really good workout, and maybe even after a little bit of journaling, a little time away where I really kind of focus on some positive things, that level of, or that urge of revenge or retaliation for whatever it is that is angering me at that moment, it kind of ceases and go away. And what I learned over the years is that no retaliation is the best retaliation in most cases. In just about all cases, let's just call it what it is, in all cases, because the less energy you give towards someone for something that they may be well past themselves, but you still may be struggling with, you're doing yourself an own disservice. And if you really want to get back at that person, just move past that issue, make them feel like it's water under the bridge, and just continue to live your life. And then you leave that pressure on them, because if you were done wrong in an honest way, they would know what they have done. If you just leave that with them and you spend less time griping on it, then I promise you, not only will you be better for it, but the revenge that you seek, you will get it anyway. And you will get it in an even greater sense, because not only will you have to do something that you may then regret ultimately in the end, but now also they got to deal with it from the universe, or however you ever want to see that, in the worst of ways is how I like to see. So if someone ever done something to me, I used to get so angry and I wanted to retaliate in a physical manner where I had to make them feel the pain that I felt. Once I started to move past it, I started to see that not only did my life get better, but these people, they always got it back just about 2 or 3 times worse than they gave it to me. in an honest situation. So guys, just let it go, focus on you and your health, and I promise you all those things will be taken care of. And I wanted to bring on that because I know, like myself, that's a very hard thing to do for a lot of us, especially when you're as stubborn as I can be, when you feel like you've been wronged.
I think the perfect example of this is something that everybody has experienced, and they most likely have experienced this on both sides. So I know you guys all drive a car, you've been out on the road, and we paint this scenario where you're driving and someone cuts you off in traffic.
With no turn signal.
With no turn signal, and they almost cause an accident, right?
And you got your kids in the car.
There you go. This just gets deeper and deeper here.
Or just the idea that what if my kids were in the car? That's what something that would always get to me is like, you're not considering anybody else. I know nobody's here, but what if they were here? Who are these lives that you're putting in danger all because of your, no thinking, just to say.
Yep. And guys, in this scenario, you can respond most likely one of two ways. And like I said, you probably have done both in your lifetime. You could be that person that automatically gets aggressive and you're like, what Nate said, what if my kids were in the car, or my kids are in the car? And so you decide to just like ride this other car's ass, okay? And you're just like on his tail, and you follow him home and you're flipping him off and you're doing all this aggressive behavior, guys. And I've done that. Nate has done it. You probably have done that because it just angers you so badly. But that in return, we've seen and heard these stories. You don't know who you're approaching, right? That person could get out of the car and have a gun and shoot you. That has happened before. There has been scenarios where that has happened.
Yes,
or by you being aggressive and not thinking clearly, you could cause an accident, okay? And then now you get hurt, your kids get hurt, or someone else gets hurt, and that was what you were trying to avoid in the first place. Or guys, you can take that same scenario and you can take a couple deep breaths and you can just say, wow, I'm so grateful he did not run into us. I'm so grateful that I was paying attention and I saw him coming.
Absolutely.
Right? And then that just like diffuses the whole situation.
Yeah, there is a famous football player. I can't put my hand on. I think he played for the Saints, and this was probably about 5, 6, maybe a little bit longer ago, but same situation, a little bit of road rage, and he got out the car. Very big guy, like I said, he's an NFL player, and I think he was like could have been I don't want to say a lineman, maybe he was a linebacker. No, he was a big guy. So you get out the car, you're approaching him with that energy, and like we're saying, this thing can go right or left very, very fast. And this civilian, he's seen this guy, he was big, probably felt that it was way out of his league in a physical bout. So what did he do? Reached into the car, he grabbed his gun, and now that guy is no longer here. And again, this guy played pro football for a few years. He was kind of famous. I think he played for the Saints, like I said. So, but just to say, like, these things happen, and you probably know personal cases in your own life where this situation has happened. And Larissa, hey, leave this guy alone. And no, I won't follow him to the house. I always just wanted to let them know that I know, and I just wanted to do something just to make me feel better, when in actuality, sometimes that me forcing that issue to try to make myself feel better, I almost feel stupid in most cases, because then I do the same thing to somebody else, or I put myself and my family in more danger trying to zoom and chase them down just to let them see that I didn't like what they done. So just move past it. Mm-hmm. You will be much, much better for it, and so will the world.
Yep, guys. And that's going to take us into number 7 here, which having an attitude of gratitude can increase your mental strength. So this one I found very interesting. There were studies that have been done, scientific studies, that show that Vietnam War veterans that have higher levels of gratitude experienced lower rates of PTSD. Okay? There was also a study done that proved that the major contributor to resilience after 9/11 for all those families that were affected was gratitude. So in short, guys, not only does it help increase your mental strength, it helps you overcome emotional trauma. And all of us have experienced emotional trauma in one way or another, and being grateful for life, for those experiences, for them being learning experiences, or for in these particular cases where we're talking about like war veterans, you know, your life being saved, or 9/11 of, you know, maybe how loved ones were lost, but that brought other families together. You know, these are very unfortunate situations, but looking at the bright side of whatever you can, guys, and I know that's super hard to understand. You know, for example, like my dad died when I was very young, and that was a huge loss for us. But because of my dad's death, we have never settled right now. We have this this legacy that we can sit here and share with all of you guys. And if my dad was not did not give like the ultimate sacrifice of his life, then I most likely would not be pursuing my purpose right now. And I know that's super hard for people to believe or to understand, but there is always good in everything. And if you choose to focus on those things, then in return you're going to be able to live a much healthier life, a life of abundance. You're going to be able to overcome that emotional trauma and use it as a stepping stone to reach higher heights and to accomplish everything that you were put here for, and to truly, truly pursue your purpose.
Absolutely, guys. Just most things, or almost everything that happens in our life. Well, I won't say everything. There's no truth in that, but a vast majority of things, like the 9/11, for instance, those things are out of our control, right? So holding on to that and living with that negative feeling and those emotions year after year, day after day, is never going to help you. That was a situation, and a lot of other situations are just things that's out of our control. And we always make things a lot worse by holding on to it and trying to control these different aspects. So just letting go, having gratitude, and just being thankful that you're still here, or that you at least had those memories with that individual, no matter what that situation entails, is the things that you need to focus on, especially for the betterment of your health. And just so that that loved one of yours, if we're speaking in the case of the 9/11, that they can go into their rest knowing that you are going to be good going forward. What is the one thing we hear in all the movies, or even maybe you experience it in real life? Such and such wouldn't want you to be like this. They would want you to continue to live a fulfilling life, to be happy, to be exuberant, and all those things, not to dwell in the past and just soak yourself with all these negative emotions where your life is going nowhere real fast. And then when you finally do decide to snap out of it and focus on moving forward, time may have passed you by and now it could be too late. So move forward, be thankful, be grateful for what's in front of you and what you still may have at the end of it all, no matter what that may be. Like I said in the beginning, there are always some positive there that you can focus on, and doing that is going to serve you a lot better now and in the future than the negative side of things. So again, guys, most of it is just out of our control. We can only control what we can control, and that is yourself, right?
Yep. And
so
it's
you
also
you can control you, and you can decide how you would like to respond to anything that happens in your life. So no matter how tragic it could be, no matter how wrongful you were done, you get to decide how you respond to it. And that response is going to dictate how you feel and how your life goes forward from that moment.
Yeah, guys, and we encourage you today, in closing, to control your response by having an attitude of gratitude. And I'm grateful for Nate, and for our family, and for our kids, and for our business, and I'm grateful for all of you. So to end this out here, guys, we want you to drop in the comments and let us know what you are grateful for. And we challenge you guys to start keeping a gratitude journal of, you know, every morning or evening, whatever that looks like for you, just to jot down 1 to 3 things that you're thankful for. And it doesn't have to be like, you know, this super crazy thought out list. It can literally be that simple. Today I'm grateful for, you know, a beautiful sunshine day because we're going to go out on a boat today. And I'm so glad it did not rain, because you know, have been looking forward to doing this, and this is probably one of the best days that we've had since we've been in Florida, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, like, it can be something so simple like that, guys, but just by doing that and taking 5 to 10 minutes out of your day every single day, you're going to reap all the benefits and more that we just went through.
Yep. And I give you one here, so you can only worry about two. If you wake up every day and you have a chance to write down three things, well, one can always be you get an opportunity of life again that day. You are waking up, you got a chance to get up and live and see your loved ones or whatever. No matter what that is that you enjoy so much, you get another opportunity to do that. Some folks don't wake up. So just the fact that you woke up and you get another opportunity at life, you should be thankful for that. So that can be number one on your chart every single day. And you can dictate whether having a sunshine day, or maybe you got a promotion at the workplace, or maybe, you know, someone helped you carry your groceries to the car. Someone, you know,
Bought your Starbucks.
yeah, maybe someone used their turn signal before they got in front of you in traffic, and that made you feel better, and you was thankful for it because it don't happen often. But again, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, just something that you are grateful for, and just try to focus on those things. And being able to get up and get a chance at life every day, I know it's something that I'm thankful for every day. And like Larissa said, I'm thankful for the family, the opportunity in business that we have, even with COVID here in 2020 and all the stresses that they
So
bring.
thankful.
We still have each other. We still have our support system as far as the clients who are still working with us, and then some who are still signing up. Even though they have lost their incomes and their lives have been affected by this, they still decided to not only put their health first, but they decided to utilize us to do it. So we're very, very thankful for that. And we would love to know all the things that you're thankful for in the comment section. Hit that comment section. Let us know what it is that you're thankful for, and we would just love to see.
Yep, guys. And if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and hashtag replay to let us know that you did tune in. And happy Thanksgiving, guys. Take this time to really express to everybody that you love. Tell them that you love them. Tell them why you appreciate them, why you're thankful for them, and have a great holiday, guys. Truly a great holiday. We know this year is incredibly difficult for everybody. Your Thanksgiving may look different than normal because of COVID, and I challenge you again to focus on the positives and everything that you can be grateful for in this holiday season. So we love you guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you here next week. As always, never give up.
Never lose hope.
Never settle.
All right. Have a great rest of the week and enjoy that Thanksgiving. Let us know what you're thankful for. We will be reading it.